The presentation and discussion of medical cases is a standard component of instruction across all of the health sciences fields. In this particular VoiceThread example, we have a radiological case study where the professor uploaded the media to create 16 slides that would not only present the case, but importantly also allow for a number of rounds of discussion to occur in the very same presentation space. The first 5 slides are an introduction to the assignment and a presentation of the initial facts of the case, culminating in the first question on slide 4.
Fred decides to head to the local emergency room. What do you think that the ER physician will order for Fred?
And then the students respond.
I think they'll probably order a chest x-ray, probably an EKG, maybe some lab work.
I think that the physician will order an EKG and possibly a chest x-ray. Depending on how those turn out, he will probably order labs.
And then each slide thereafter presents a new set of information and another question for the students. And then at the end, the professor uses one slide to anchor a conversation about strategies for not only responding to the mistakes that were made, but also to discuss ideas for preventing them from occurring in the first place.
Questions now arise as to what is our next step. What happens if Fred suddenly goes into respiratory arrest and dies because he develops a pneumothorax from the chest tube being inserted into a healthy lung? Fred was initially a victim of a spontaneous pneumothorax. He has now become the victim of careless mistakes.
I hope that once the ER staff has realized what has happened, that the ER doctor is able to put the chest tube in the correct side of the chest in order to relieve Fred's pain and his problems that he is having.
The professor who created this chose the VoiceThread format in part because she was concerned about developing a greater sense of attention to detail in her students, and the asynchronous interaction allowed the students to first consume the content on their own time, to process it, and then finally participate by commenting, again whenever they wanted. Combining on-demand interpersonal interaction with time for reflection creates a unique pedagogical have your cake and eat it too structure for the presentation and discussion of health sciences cases.